Healthcare 2017 on 23rd and 24th of November 2017 at JW Marriott. I request you to be part of it. It's going to be a great event with eminent speakers. With that, I welcome you back to InfoSec Intelligence Conclave 2017, presented by Akamai. Our next speaker I'm going to invite on stage is Colonel Ashis Mukherjee, who is a telecom engineer having earned his MTech degree. He has over 33 years of experience in information security, first with the Indian Army and then with Wipro, where he served as the risk management and compliance head. He has extensive experience across a range of business verticals, from IT and security to audits and business continuity. Put your hands together. Let's welcome our next speaker on stage. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Okay, good afternoon. Luckily, it's just early afternoon and not after lunch, which is a very bad time to have a talk. So we have been having a lot of discussions about information security, cybersecurity, and how it's to be implemented. What are the threats? What are the various problems that we as a country, as a industry, as a environment we are facing? So one of the things which has come out in our earlier discussions is that the key element or the key weak point in the whole system is the humans who are there, who are part of an organization or part of a system. So it was also brought out yesterday that the biggest threat which exists are the privileged users, which can be your data center people, the people who have got access to the whole servers and everything. And so the entire, what we believe is that it is very important for us as a community of security experts to make sure that it is not only that we have the hardware and software in place, but we also have the people aligned to make best use of whatever systems are going to be there. So in that respect, SP Jain School of Management, Global Management has started some trainings on high-tech matters, one of them being cybersecurity, and that is what I'm going to take you through. So this is one of our main listings. What is SP Jain? SP Jain has got a global presence. It started off in Dubai and then it went on to Singapore, Sydney campus, and we opened up a campus in Mumbai a couple of years back. What kind of programs do we cover? We have SP Jain School of Management is known for the management trainings, but we have also got these professional trainings now, which includes big data analytics, data security, cybersecurity, which I am leading, machine learning, virtual reality, digital marketing, and fintech. So these are the things which we have recently gone into. And there is also doctorate of business administration. What is our standing? Why is SP Jain so famous, or how is it that, what is it that we have achieved? So amongst the world's top 16, as per Forbes, we are amongst the top 16. If you look at the Economist, we're in the top 100, and within the UAE, we're also #1. So this is the rankings that we have been able to establish. And how is it that we have been able to establish is through a variety of methods. Okay, the primary way that we are teaching is global learning. We have variety of campuses. We have got tie-ups with various organizations. So for the cybersecurity also, we are in the process of getting into tie-ups with different organizations across the world so that we can impart the best type of trainings. We have got blended learning, which means we have got full-time courses running. We also have got courses which are part-time, in the sense that you have weekday assignments followed by a weekend contact period. We have got business simulations, and we have also got various kinds of student boardrooms or labs or things which help a person learn. So what is this cybersecurity course that we are going to run? It's basically the entire thing is we're trying to impart the skills and expertise which normally a fresher does not get. And this I've seen in my experience as a risk head, that whoever joins our little function, they come raw. They may have a certification of having, let's just being certified in ISO, they would be certified in CH, they may have some other things, but then on-ground experience is very weak. So what we are trying to do over a 9-month period, take them through various kind of experiences, have them, there'll be speakers coming and talking who are professionals, who are in this field, and they will be able, the students will be able to get an idea of what the real life is like, so that tomorrow when they join an organization, whichever organization, they'll not be lost, they'll not be at sea. That's our primary this thing over here. And why, the whole question is, why is this program so important? This is also one thing which has come out over and over again, is cybersecurity demand is there and will be there for at least 10 years, maybe more. And this has been also established by various studies all over the place. So we're trying to fill this gap which exists in the environment by producing students who are effective cybersecurity specialists. So practical know-how and knowledge, that is something that I generally covered. Okay. So what are the applications of cybersecurity that will be as the end result of this thing? Is that you'll be able to manage the cyber threats, you'll be able to improve the security environment, and there'll be a lot of IP. So IP is one thing that we don't really look at from a cybersecurity perspective, but then that's, I think, one of the important areas which need to be covered, and any kind of frauds or thefts which may take place. So overall, this is what we would like to do. And there are two types of courses which we are thinking of. One is a 9-month part-time course, and the other is a 6-month full-time course. Why is it that we need cybersecurity education? Okay, so this has been brought out by the US Homeland Security, that there is definitely a requirement of standardizing roles within the cybersecurity community. Okay, so people are doing things the way that they feel the best, but there should be some kind of standardization which we really don't have today. And we also need to have trained cybersecurity warriors or cybersecurity specialists. This is not me saying, this is what the DHS has said. The HBR has also brought out a report in which it says that there's a talent shortfall. There are 20 years which will be required to fill up this kind of a talent shortfall, and it is very critical to enhance the security knowledge of people in order to achieve a good level of cybersecurity all across. There's also another study by Trend Micro which brought out that we need cybersecurity expertise, something which is kind of a repetition, and it's an in-demand work, and cyber education should begin in middle school. And this was a fallout of a study which went into a lot of, they talked to teachers, they talked to professionals all over, and it is today's world that the child starts using the smartphone when even at 4 years of age. So middle school is the time when cybersecurity knowledge should start being propagated, and it is not in my hands, but then we are trying to do it after slightly when the people are a bit older. Okay, now the effect of culture. This is something that I'm a bit passionate about, because I think you may have a lot of infrastructure in place, you may have a lot of trainings done, but if the culture is not there in the organization, it doesn't really work. And one of the best things that I've seen in my own eyes over the 10 years that I've been in Wipro, I was in Wipro BPS, which earlier used to be Spectramind, which if people are aware of Spectramind, it used to be a very relaxed kind of a BPO, and people really had a good time over there, a relaxed kind of a time. But then that is not the way security works or cybersecurity works. People would walk in, walk out, and it was a pretty relaxed kind of atmosphere. We tried to bring in access control at the doors. And access control at the doors is something which was very aligned to the people there. It was resisted like mad, and it was resisted from top to bottom, especially the bottom. I mean, the youngsters who are there, who are coming in from school, colleges, they just would not swipe that card to get it. They'll say, "Darwaza to khula hai, what's the problem?" Okay, but over a period of time, we kind of gave out handouts. HR was not ready to give punishment, so it was a big problem that we kept on having. But over a period of time, it took us about 3, 4, 5 years. And then it came to a stage that I was going around with the ISO auditors once, and the doors were wide open. It was those 6-foot wide double doors, which were wide open because of some problem in the, there's a bell or that alarm which rings after some 30 seconds. So the doors were kept open to check how much time does the alarm take. And that time the shift changed. And you wouldn't believe the new shift coming in up the stairs, first floor, and there's only one access control, tuck, then they go in. The whole doors are wide open, and there's a line which formed up because people were coming in, swiping and going in. And I'm telling you, that one instance gives such a good impression about the company's compliance culture. The rest of the audit was kind of a walkthrough. And that is the kind of thing that we need to build in to our organizations, into our society, so that tomorrow it is not that chalta hai attitude which we all have, especially in North India. So, okay, Southern India is, okay, let's not get into that, but then the point is, okay, and why I'm saying this is because I have been traveling all over the country, across the world also, and the kind of culture, let's say, that you see in Mexico is very much different from what you see in China. Okay, so let's not bring India into it, but then there's a lot of culture change within the world also. And we need to have this kind of a culture built in so that tomorrow, whether you are being looked at or not, whether there is a CCTV or not, the person does what he or she needs to do, not wants to do. You know, it is like when you're stopping at a red light. You stop at the red light because you're supposed to stop at the red light, not because there's a policeman standing there. And that's the culture that we actually live in. Okay, if there's no policeman, let's go. You know, especially in those people who know Delhi, BRT, the whole BRT, there is no left turn on red. Left turn on red is not allowed, where there is no free left turn. But you find that the lights are red and there is nothing there, so chalo, let's go. That is our attitude. That is the chalta hai thing, which is very difficult to curb. At an organization level, that is one thing that I believe we all need to really put in our efforts so that we don't give away our passwords. We don't do funny things like sharing share drives or sharing whatever access that you have. At a senior level, we do not ask for privileges because really speaking, you don't need it. But then because they are so used to having an external hard disk and everything copied over there, it's very difficult for a CIO or a CISO to implement all these kind of rules. But that is something that we need to do, must do. So in our college, what we're trying to do is impart the best learnings which are there across the world, so that the people know, okay, this is the way it's good to go. And then once they join the organization or whatever that they are going to do professionally, they're in a better place, or they're better placed to put things into action and get things done. And hopefully, if there are many such institutes which are coming up, which are giving these kind of trainings, hopefully over a period of time, maybe we can get something which is standardized, which is regulated to some extent. Maybe internally we can do a bit of regulations. Maybe DSCI or somebody can also come into this kind of a role. DSI, we have been also talking with DSCI for different kind of trainings. But if we can get this thing implemented across the industry, I think this is one good thing that we can do. Thank you very much. Any questions? These things, I'm here. And also we have a stall outside. So you're free to please come and take some brochures or some write-ups about this particular course and other issues that you may have. Any questions?
Any questions?
Yes, please. It's only in Mumbai as of now, but if we get a good enough response from Bangalore, and that seems to be likely, we are seriously considering having some kind of a thing done in Bangalore. We're also looking at something possibly in Delhi, but we need to have something, some kind of reasonable response. Otherwise, to set up a center over here doesn't make sense. Anything else? If any company or any kind of organization would like us to be involved for, let's say, maybe a concentrated dose of a course, that we can always consider. That's a separate. That'll be right. Yeah. Anything else? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. I present a certificate to Colonel Ashis Mukherjee as a token of appreciation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Colonel.
Thank you.